are ranked in the top 3 in the world at Wheelchair Rugby League, so this match was no mean feat for an Army side that only had 6 hours together to train. The team was formed in 2019 by Steve Sampfer, who, like so many other injured soldiers, sought out the adaptive version of his much-loved sport as a means of recovery.
For me being injured back in 2012, I was in a really dark place, not just because of my physical injuries, but mental injuries, and not being able to play the sport I played all my life was a big part of my psychological injury. And just by chance I found Hull FC had a Wheelchair Rugby League side, my hometown team, so my Hull City team, so absolutely great. And from that point, never looked back. Started playing Wheelchair Rugby League for Hull FC, and then I just thought, well, there's injured servicemen and women like me, and I thought, right now I think we can start a wheelchair team for ex-serving and ex-serving men and women who are injured and they want to continue playing the sport they love.
Steve has been ably assisted by a troupe of willing players and backroom staff, most notably James Simpson, who was part of the England team that beat France in the World Cup final in 2022. James is now retired from international duty, but still coaches, passing on his experience and love for the game.
Playing in World Cup finals, Grand Finals, Challenge Cup finals, it does bring that level of experience that can start to kind of help the players out as well, and just the talk. Do you know, a lot of the players aren't used to playing with that level of communication that you've got to play at the top, and it helps them when they go back to their clubs as well. Like having playing with different people and different players and backgrounds, they can take that back to their clubs and start implementing it, which only makes the game stronger as a whole. But yeah, I just try and get my experience and my kind of knowledge out there without being too pushy by either. Just being like, no, just try doing this or try doing that. Yeah, but I love it. I love the freedom of just playing without that responsibility of being like, right, we've got a grand final at the end of the year. I like having that freedom to just really enjoy being back out there.
We saw from the joint World Cup effort in 2022, where the men's, women's and wheelchair tournaments were held alongside each other, how close the rugby league community is. And in that vein, even though they operate as Army Wheelchair Rugby League, the team welcome anyone from any service to compete. There was an inter-services and a foreign tour in 2019, and the crucial thing about this game is that it can be played by both able-bodied and disabled players.
It's open to everybody, so the game of Wheelchair Rugby League is an inclusive sport. When you're on the pitch at any one time, you have 5 players on there, 3 of them can be disabled, 2 can be totally able-bodied. So it doesn't matter if you've got no injury, you've got a physical injury, you've got a psychological injury, you can bring them all together and play, and that's the beauty of it.
Army Wheelchair Rugby League is supported by the charity Soldiers League, and Steve says they have the backing from within the military of those who manage the running game. So there's definitely an appetite for it, and now they just want to make sure it grows and develops.
The heads of the running game, so Lieutenant Colonel Dave Gross, who's head of GB Armed Forces Rugby League, he backs us 100%. He absolutely throws everything, any help and resources we need, he really, really helps us. So it's just getting these people who see the benefit of Wheelchair Rugby League. That's all it is wheelchair. It is rugby league in a wheelchair, and it's amazing. It's an adaptive sport, and yeah, it's just getting people in it and enjoying it and playing it. If we could get that overriding thumbs up from the heads of sheds as it is, brilliant, because I think that'll launch the game on.
Come and play for the Army team. Do you know, like just getting a shirt or, and I know some people might be like, I'm not playing for the Army team, but if that's what it takes, like, why not combine services? Why not? Do you know, we can do so much. We just need the grassroots going, the Army, Navy, the Air Force teams, and why not combine services that we can take abroad to play against Australia, against America? Do you know, yeah, we can do it, and you've just got to aim high with this stuff, and it will happen. I've seen it happen in this game, and I think we can take it, we can take it massive.
Looking ahead, the dream is to create a regular inter-services Wheelchair Rugby League competition, and from that have a combined service side to take on the best in the world. Wales, who were using this fixture as a warm-up before a tour of the US, won the game 34-24, but the Army's heads were high, given that they gave one of the world's best a run for their money.